Why does it happen that you practice something, you train, you probably study a lot, you probably prepare a lot for a test, or you probably practice a lot in a sport, but you just don't seem to be doing better? Some people know that they have flaws in their game. Let's talk about sports. Some people understand that they have flaws in their game and they need to work on something. But they go and train and they rather have a couple of hours of a good workout, improve a little bit in a couple of things here and there, but they know that there is something in their game that they know they really need to work on it, but they never do. Why? Because that is the one part of the game that is getting them out of the comfort zone. That is a part of the game that they know that if they improve that, they will do much better. But the thing is, if they train that is just too much for them to deal with, even though they know that is a part of the game that is really going to make him a much better athlete and a much better player. And sometimes that happens in life too. There is something that you're probably studying a lot for a test, you're probably studying a lot for a class, but there are things that you're not doing because the average human doesn't like to face those kind of situations that take you out of the familiar things. They don't like to feel uncomfortable. If you're practicing what fundamentally needs to be practiced and you're studying the things that you know that you really need to study, then you're gonna do better. Nobody likes to be taken out of the comfort zone. Nobody likes to face those flaws that say, okay, this is the one thing that I really feel that makes me feel vulnerable, that makes me feel like if I don't transcend the fear of working on this area of my game or myself, whatever you are doing, I don't feel like I'm really going to improve. We all know that there is an area that I need to study because I haven't put enough attention to that, and I know that's where I'm having trouble. I know that's where I'm struggling. That's where I don't feel very confident, and that's when I'm starting to feel doubtful of myself whenever I face something related to that. That's the area where we have to be very brutally honest with ourselves and say, am I really dedicating time to that thing that needs time? Or am I going around and paying attention and dedicating time to things that they're not really gonna mean a big change, and they're not really gonna have a big impact on your game or in your studies or your project, on whatever you are working on? So pay attention to that. There is something that really needs your attention. We usually run away from that. If you feel like time is passing by and you don't get better, then you're probably hiding that. You're probably not being honest with yourself and saying, okay, I'm trying to improve and I'm dedicating time every day and I'm putting all my effort. Yes, but that all that effort is probably going to the wrong place. And you have to be honest with yourself and see if you're really putting the time and the effort to the place and that one thing that is really gonna make you grow. Give me a like and subscribe on the channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.